Hey Clearview family, it's I wish I could see you, but I know I miss you a lot, and I'm sure you miss everybody there. If there's one thing this COVID crisis has taught us, it's how much we really need our church, isn't it? I mean, it's really been a point of pain not to be together. I thought I'd give you a 360 look. You know, a lot of you are probably wondering, you hear things here and there, and you know about your group and your Bible study group, or maybe you know a little bit about your ministry area, but there's probably a lot of different things you're wondering how we're doing as a whole. So I thought I'd break in and just tell you a little bit about that. And so I'm going to try to cover this as quickly and as tightly as I can. So let's start with Easter. Easter, we are going to start live streaming. Now, the Path to Hope project, let me tell you just a really quick backstory on that. When this first started, we didn't know if we'd be down 2 weeks or 3 weeks. We didn't know if it'd be, 5 weeks, but we felt like it might be shorter. So we wanted to do something for non-believers because people are obviously questioning their mortality right now. And I think that was a great move. I've gotten so much great feedback on the Path to Hope series, and I hope you're using that and sending it to non-believers. Well, that was the first 3 weeks, and that carried us through Palm Sunday. And so now that we know that the governor has put in an order that's to the end of April, so we are going to start live streaming on Sundays. And I'm not going to tell you exactly the format because that may change a little bit, but we have got a really great plan for Easter, and I think it's going to be really neat. You're going to like it. Also, on Tuesdays, there is the Navigating Strange Days. So until we get the all clear on Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock on Facebook, you can chime in, and we had a ton of participation and got a lot of great feedback from that. So I hope you get a chance. We're just going to talk from my heart about how in the world do we navigate the weirdest season in my 47 years that I've ever seen. Speaking of our Easter, though, to go back a second, now we're going to put that on the website. It's going to be YouTube and Facebook. So even if you don't have Facebook, you're still going to get the Sunday services live stream right there at clearview.org. So let's talk for a quick second about our money and how we're doing. I would say we're doing the best we can. We're okay. Clearview's been very faithful over the years to save where we can. Almost the first day this thing happened, we put on an expense freeze, and that's helped a lot. Our staff, you'd be so proud of them about just spending only on the absolute keep the lights on kind of essentials. We are really doing pretty strong on online giving. As far as the people that normally give online, they're continuing to give online. What's hurt us is that we're not passing the offering plate because we can't meet. So I noticed today many people have signed up to give online, and I would ask you, if you're not normally an online giver, if you can mail your checks, no problem, but also you can give online, and that will help because we have got to continue going forward in real ministry ways. And so thank you for all of those of you that have been so faithful. It means a lot, and now's the time for us to continue. We don't want to, we want to finish this thing strong, and that's important. So as far as ministry areas, I'm going to start at the top with active adults, and I'm going to work my way down pretty fast. John Gardner has done a stellar job networking with our deacons. So what we're doing is we're networking with deacons to make sure that our active adults, there's roughly 135 of them, I think is the number I heard, and we are working closely to check in with those deacons, are working on that as well. And Pastor John is employing different people in our body to check in on a lot of our folks that are above 65 and 70 and up, and so I think we're pretty solid right there. What adult groups have been really focusing on, we're seeing a lot of you guys use Zoom or Microsoft Teams, and our group's been doing that, and it's been really cool to see everybody. So if you haven't found out what Zoom's about, and most of you have, I would encourage you to use it. Also, Brian Hatcher's done a great job of encouraging every group leader to check on everybody on their role, and that's been a real plus and a real positive. And you're getting to see the power of a group. A lot of you at Clearview maybe aren't in a group on Sunday mornings, and I'm telling you, that's where you're seeing the real connection of our church right now. And if you're not in a group, contact Brian Hatcher, Brian at clearview.org, and he will get you worked into a group. You need it, man. You really do. And I hope you take advantage of it. Looking at our missions frontiers, Kim Margrave has been so great at working with our mission partners, because they're affected too. This is a global thing, so we've been in consultation a lot with Mercy UK, with Graffiti, with different missions partners that we work with, and a lot right here in Franklin with GraceWorks, with Department of Child Services, Tennessee Baptist Children's Home. A lot's going on right there that we're just keeping up, trying to find out what the needs are and staying on top of that. So that's just a frontier that is changing almost every day, and Kim's doing a great job with contacting our missions partners. So let's take a quick look at what student ministry is doing. It really, when I look at my two boys, they've won the lottery pretty much, because school's been out for almost a month now, and it doesn't look like it may even go. Who knows if it's going to go back? So they're in heaven. But I will tell you, I've been so proud of Graham and Trevor, because they kicked off a plan this very week that is very thorough. It covers everything from fun games through social media, all the way to group Bible studies, to Zoom meetings and Zoom calls. There are live broadcasts on Tuesdays and Thursdays on Instagram with students, and a constant track record of just trying to stay in front of them and help them navigate this. They're doing a great job. Another aspect is what are we going to do in the summer for students, and I can just tell you that Graham and Trevor are on top of that, hands-on, trying to look at how is our summer going to be impacted and what does that look like for camps. And as soon as we have a solid plan there, I tell you that we'll let you know. When you look at our preschool and kids area, one of the things you'll see is that they're really utilizing digital technology. There's videos going out for parents, study guides for parents to work with their kids. It's been really cool to see that happen. And on top of that, the kids in preschool in general have done a really good job of just staying up with leaders and trying to encourage them to be the church and walk with families through this. It won't be long till Backyard Kids Club is in full effect, so ministry doesn't stop. That's why we talked about giving is essential, because we've got needs. We're going to have to go into the neighborhoods like we do every year in kids ministry, so they're working really hard on taking advantage of some quiet time to forecast what ministry looks like in the future at ClearView when it comes to kids in preschool. When it comes to our connections ministry, John Garner has done a fantastic job of using greeters, catch this, to contact guests all the way back to the last 6 months. So people that have been guests, we have literally contacted them to just check on them for the last 6 months. If you come to ClearView, we're calling and checking on you using different people in our greeters ministry and different people in connections. So what a great idea to really make sure we're checking on people that are looking for a church or maybe don't have one. And so I was really proud of John for his forward thinking there. Alexis has been doing some unique things on Sunday mornings with Facebook Live. If you've been checking in with Alexis, and it's been really cool to watch him. He's also just working with his band members and planning some of this live stream concepts that we're going to be doing. So Alexis has been a great pastor for us in this season. ClearView Children's Center is another area that we're seeing our teachers do a great job of staying in contact with families. They're sending out lesson plans for kids to work with their parents at home. They're also doing some videos and music videos and using technology to stay in front of the kids. And I think Michelle Turner has really been creative with how she's encouraged and led the teachers to stay in contact in creative ways, not just checking in to say hello, but actually doing things with some of the kids to the best they can. Boy, it's a trying season for everybody, and we're all new to it, and it's all something that we're just trying to feel our way through right now. You would be incredibly proud of your staff. I'm not kidding. We have worked so hard. We realize that this coronavirus downtime isn't going to last a long time. I don't think it will. And we're using what time we have to take a deep look at the next 5 years. We're auditing student ministry, we're auditing facilities, we're auditing our game plan for outreach and discipleship, we're auditing our game plan for Sunday mornings. We're really using the time to take a deep look within with a lot of conversations, tough conversations, good conversations, and I'm so proud of our team, and you would be too.
If COVID-19 has taught us anything, it has reminded us that we don't need a building to be the church. We are the church. You are the church. in your world and in your neighborhood. So go be the church. And when we do get to come back together, which I believe will be soon, that's going to be one great day.